Hello everyone, welcome back to this new YouTube video. Today we're finally doing another Marvel Legends review. Today we are reviewing Nebula from Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 in her uniform, which, as you can see, matches very well with other Guardians like Peter Quill. Of course, we're not taking a look at him today, because we've already taken a look at him. So I'm just gonna put him on the side right now, and I'm gonna grab Gamora. I'm gonna grab Nebula's accessories. This is everything this figure comes with. Maybe pose her a little bit better, so you can see everything. So she comes with two guns, an extra gun holding hand. She actually comes with this in the box. Then she has her sword arm, which is really cool, and she comes with a Build-A-Figure piece. Let's take a look at this first, because I'm just gonna put it aside very quickly. It's for Build-A-Figure Cosmo. It's nothing special. You can see a little dog paw. Yeah, there's a little bit of articulation in here, but this is not why you are watching this video. Nebula is the reason why you're watching this video. So, let's take a look at the little guns, and then take a look at her. She comes with a bigger gun, this one. It has some nice molded details, but there's no paint on here, so that could have been better. She also comes with this little pistol, as you can see. Quite nice. And it's different than the pistols from like Star Wars. So I'm pretty sure it's unique to her. Yeah, and let's just get her hand out of the way. Pretty basic. It has a little hinge, so you can move it up and down, but I just got it out of the box and I don't want to force this too much. Maybe I have to put it in some hot water. You can see all the little details that are molded inside of the plastic. It's very cool. Okay, we've done all the accessories. Now let's get to the actual figure, the actual Nebula. So, for starters, she looks incredible. That's, yeah, one of the most important things, of course. The look of the figure. Head sculpt is impeccable. They really did a good job getting the actress and just the on-screen appearance just right. Looks really nice. Paint's very nice. This just swivels all around. Looks up like this, looks up like that. Now for the robo arm. You can see all the molded details in here. Continue all the way up. That's everywhere, by the way. There's a full rotation in here. And for the sword, you can see the molding right there. And the orange paint. I don't dislike the orange, but I don't know, it's just not 100% right for me. I don't know. See, she has a belt right here. There's pretty much no detail on the back. There's a little bit of red, but a little bit of molded detail. But it's a pretty plain figure from the back. Of course, have some red right here on the arms, some black, because her other arm has a regular hand, which, I mean, I like this relaxed hand. Don't get me wrong, it's good. However, she comes included with two guns, and the only way to get her to hold... Okay. No, it's something else I'm gonna get into in a little bit. It's how stable she is. The only way she can hold those guns is if you remove the sword and then plug the robo hand in. That's the only way she will be able to hold the guns. You cannot force the guns to stay in like this. You can try, and I mean you can kind of with the fingers do a little bit of trickery, maybe. No, it really just doesn't want to do it. It doesn't want to hold it in this hand. So you really need the gun holding hand, the robot hand. So that means that you cannot have the sword and the gun at the same time, which, in my opinion, is disappointing. Because that would have been awesome. What I also find kind of disappointing is the fact that she doesn't come with a gun arm attachment. If you have seen the movie Guardians 3, which I highly recommend, it's my second favorite superhero movie of last year. It's amazing. You can tell that she can transform her arm like this. She can transform it into a hand, into a sword, and also into a gun. Now, I don't know if Hasbro knew that would happen or if they didn't. I can't judge that. I don't know. But if instead of including a little gun and a bigger gun, which, like, it's not bad, but it lacks paint, it lacks detail. It's just something you throw in. And they used that budget to create another arm attachment. So then you just have this, the sword and the gun. I feel like that would have been a lot better. Because then I also wouldn't have the complaint about her not being able to have the sword and the gun at the same time. Because there would not have been a gun included. Just the arm attachment. But let's continue. With the look of the figure, she has her belt. She has the red markings, of course. The legs are... They have some molding, some detailing. Black boots. Nothing too special. You know what? Let's get into articulating and then posing. Because pretty sure we already have had all the details covered by now. So articulation, full rotation here. We have double jointed elbows, swivel. Yeah, there's a little bit of articulation with the hands. Same with this arm. The sword does not move when you pop it in. It's just stuck like this. So if you want to pose the sword, you can rotate it. And the arm needs to do the rest. That's basically it. Head, very simple. We already kind of had that. There's an ab. Well, it's not really an ab crunch. There's a ball joint in here, so you have some nice side-to-side motion and some back and forth. Quite like that. This is how far she can do the split. It goes back about this. Well, goes front this, back this. Double jointed knees, both sides. Twists on both sides. Twists here at the boot, both sides. Then we have an ankle pivot, ankle swivel, also both sides. So articulation is pretty good, actually, in my opinion. Could it have been better? Probably a little bit. Well, it's hard to say because, of course, as you could see in the opening, she's a bit smaller than the other figures in the line. So, yeah. But let's get to balancing. Because I have had a few little problems with balancing because of how small her feet are. Okay, she stands. That's actually not that bad. Can we get a nice pose, like a attacking pose, like something like this? Let's actually pose, because I actually got her to stand on just one foot a while back. That was kind of impressive. Now let's see if I can do it again. Now this is cool. This is what I like to see. This is good. Very good. So she does balance. There is some balancing. However, because of how small her feet are, it can cause you a little bit of trouble. Also, I don't know if you can see it, but right there, here, there's a little bit of trouble. I don't know what happened with the molding or the attachment points, but it's just a little bit crooked. Now, do I think this figure is worth the price? Because of course, Marvel Legends figures are not cheap. They're not cheap. However, I got this figure on a discount, and I only paid 16 euros for this figure with 2 extra weapons and the extra hand, and also a Build-A-Figure piece. Do I give a shit about the Build-A-Figure piece? No. Not at all. It's not important. It's just an incentive for you to buy even more figures and spend more money so that they can make more profit. If it wasn't them including this for more profit, they would have just included the actual figure as like a standalone figure. Or they could have done a Rocket and Cosmo 2-pack. Or maybe a Kraglin and Cosmo 2-pack. Which would have made way more sense. And instead of putting Kraglin in like the Build-A-Figure wave, they could have put the actual villain of the movie in the Build-A-Figure wave. Would have been way better. But I don't have a figure, so I can't judge it. We're judging this figure. Do I think this figure is worth the price that I paid? Yes. I just paid 16 euros. That's fine. Is this figure worth more? Would I have bought it if it was 20? Yes. Would I have bought it if it was 25? Maybe. The thing is, if you look at different figures, for example, Star-Lord. Let me get the accessories out of the way. Star-Lord only came with his 2 guns. But as you can see, Star-Lord is significantly bigger. He's a little bulkier. He's a little bit taller. You can also see that his knees are also a little bit bent. And he has a few more... Well, yeah, he has a little bit more articulation. But he comes with a little bit less accessories. And he's supposedly the same price. So it's basically, if you buy Nebula, you pay the same amount of money as Star-Lord. And Star-Lord is more plastic. Star-Lord's also a lot heavier than Nebula. So I really think 30 bucks for this figure is kind of expensive. I think if you can get it for 20, it's a good deal. If you can get it for 15, 16, like how I got it, it's an amazing deal. I do recommend the figure. It's a very good figure, don't get me wrong. And if you get more of the Guardians of the Galaxy figures, they look really cool together. I personally want to make my own Guardians team. I still want to get Rocket. And I kind of want to get Space Venom or a version of Groot. but I don't know if I want to get Teen Groot or if I want to get like the buff Groot from Guardians 3. So you really have to let me know in the comments which one I should get. And you know what? We're at the end of the video. So if you liked it, leave a like, subscribe, comment. I'll take a few pictures, and just like usual, I'll put them at the end for you to see some cool poses. And have a great life, and just enjoy the photos.